In Alaska state law, there's this paragraph that describes what's supposed to be taught in health classes. This includes things like healthy relationships, cancer prevention, knowledge about alcohol and substance abuse. But there's one category that is hugely missing.
And mental health.
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 If we truly want to teach our students how to be healthy and happy for the rest of their lives, we need to treat mental health as just an important part of health as physical health. So HB 181 aims to add 3 simple words: and mental health.
I definitely see a lot of my peers and friends dealing with mental health and dealing it in a sense of like having so much stress, anxiety, but not really understanding what mental health or mental illness is in general.
So personally, I have struggled with depression and anxiety for most of my teenage life. And it began in 8th grade. I suffered a very severe depressive episode coupled with lots of suicidal ideation. And luckily, I was able to have a really supportive family who got me help, but it's really unreasonable to assume that the majority of teenagers suffering from this kind of issue have the same access.
Other students aren't so lucky.
1 in 5 individuals aged 13 to 18 have a diagnosable mental illness.
This is even more prevalent among Alaskan teens. 36% of us have reported that we've experienced a depressive episode, and 12% of us have attempted suicide.
It's frankly irresponsible to not support legislation for providing mental health education.
Overwhelmingly, teenagers want to talk about mental health and the experience that they're having because it is the defining experience of a lot of people's education.
I think what ends up happening is that students end up going to each other for information and Google, and they start kind of cross-referencing their information, and a lot of times it can be really inaccurate. Testing to see if I was depressed or not on Google did not solve any problem.
My classmates don't know where to go for help. They don't know who to turn to. They don't feel like they have people to turn to.
So instead of dealing with the emotions or handling them, I just kind of pushed them down, and I went into a really dark place and I didn't know what to do about it.
That's me, that's your friends, your family, your nieces and nephews, your grandchildren, and most importantly, those are your constituents.
50% of all lifetime cases begin by age 14. So by the time that freshmen enter high school, half of those who will experience mental illness in their entire life will already have some of those early onset symptoms.
And so the earlier that we start that conversation with kids and the more information that we give to them, the better tools that they have to deal with their stress, their anxiety, or their friends' stress and anxiety.
This bill, I believe that it can save actual real human lives. And it is your responsibility as lawmakers to protect the lives of your citizens.
Please support HB 181 and mandate mental health education in K through 12 schools.
I'm Claire, and I support mental health education in Alaska.
I'm Jessica, and I support mental health education in Alaska.
I'm Bella, and I support mental health education in Alaska.
I'm Gabby, and I support mental health education in Alaska.
I'm Zoe, and I support mental health education in Alaska.
I'm Natalie, and I support mental health education in Alaska.